Hello, this is Skibby. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I was watching Blackie Thomas earlier, and he was talking about some knots that folks get wrong. And he was talking about his shoes, like how he ties his shoes for mucking about in the woods. And something that I wanted to bring up, because while he was doing his shoe thing, he only did the simple bow where you go around once and pull through the standard shoe tying bow, and that's fine and all, but you can make this better. Now, like he was talking about, you want to make sure that when you make your bow, that you make it a square knot bow. See how I just pulled the tabs out and it became a square knot? To do that, well, that is different from the granny knot bow, and I don't even know if I can tie that because I don't tie that anymore. So when you tie a there we go. When you tie a granny knot bow, it does this thing, and he talked about how granny knots are bad, but when you tie a granny knot, it makes a plus sign, which is fine. Where if you're excuse me, tying up a package or something, and you need that. Sometimes there's a place for a granny knot, but granny knots like to slip. So what you want to do instead, I go right over left, and then so you never mix up which string needs to go where, if you take one of the tag ends and put it with the place that it came from, and then make the other one do the other thing. That's the easiest way to do a square knot. And that you should never mess that up, because if this one came over here, is with the other one, and this one does the other way, here we have another square knot. Cute little square knot. See that? Now, when you're tying your shoes, of course, same thing applies. You want to take this end and follow the other one, and then we can do that with the loop, and this does the other thing. And then, like we showed, that'll make a square knot. So definitely always make a bow with a square knot. But something that surgeons use is called a surgeon's knot, which, similar to a square knot, only instead of only going once and going through, we're going to go through twice. And that adds friction on top of the knot, and it stays better. Because while square knots are nice and strong, with knots, adding more friction only makes them stay better. So, keeping that in mind, what we're going to do is make a better bow. So, similarly, we're going to start with a square knot, only this time we're going to loop twice and pull through, and it's going to cinch up on our initial bow, our initial knot, and it's going to stay straight. And it's as easy to pull out as a normal bow. You just pull on your tag ends and it comes right out. So all it is a square knot bow again, only we loop it twice and pull through. Now if we pull out the tag ends, we have a surgeon's knot. So that's all we did. We just added extra friction to the bow. So, folks talk all the time about double knotting, and that's fine and dandy. you know, and then doing an overhand knot here. But the thing is, that looks mucky. That looks terrible for walking around in the normal day. And, you know, sometimes even the standard bow looks bad, in my opinion. So, what I like to do, like I said, is the better bow, where you just loop around twice. And then cinch it up. It gives it a little bit of a tubular knot right there, and it holds its shape better. It holds the knot better, and it holds its shape better, and it looks cleaner, in my opinion. So I don't know how you tie your shoes, but this works with dress shoes. This works with any shoes, your boots, whatever you want, your Vans, whatever. And yeah, it's just a modified bow, which again is just based off of the square knot. Just a square knot bow. Only you go around twice. That's the only difference. You can get quick. I'm not tying my shoes, so I'm a little bit slower. And instead of pulling them both, if you pull where you came from, you'll just cinch up that knot. So, I don't know, something to think about, something to consider, something to try out, see if you like it. I like it, because it keeps my shoes on. Not that I tie them often, I just slip them on. But it's not that much quicker, not that much slower than a standard bow, and it holds them infinitely more. And again, it's as easy to pull undone as a standard bow. Something to think about. You know, I just thought that I'd do a quick little knot tutorial because I felt that it was missing from a video I saw earlier. Alright, have a good one.